Okay, so we are back for another video. Sorry if I look like a mess. I genuinely just woke up from a power nap. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it today. Most men today are weak. They're soft. And that is a good and bad thing because obviously we all want to grow together and grow in our relationship with Christ and have a strong society. But on the that's the negative side of things, but on the positive side of things, it's a lot easier to win. It genuinely only takes 6 months of work. For me, it took 3 years just because I was living from trial and error. I didn't have a mentor at the time, nothing like that. But hopefully, this channel can act as a mentor. I can talk to you about my failures and what worked and what didn't. But yeah, let's get into how I would speedrun becoming a deadly man of God in 2025 or whatever the title is called. All right, but first of all, we need to get rid of old habits, okay? Because, like I said, most men are weak. We're all carrying struggles, and things that are wasting our potential. Things like drugs, alcohol, lust, um, lying, gossiping, wasting time on social media, things that are basically holding you back from your relationship with Christ. And you should know these things. Okay, this shouldn't be a shocker. If you're watching this video, I doubt that you're new to like Christ focused self improvement or anything like that. If you are new here, welcome. Watch a bunch of my videos. It'll give you like a great understanding of how this thing works and how to grow in your walk with Christ. But or this video should give you a ballpark on what to do. But most men are carrying bad things with them. And when I first started this journey back in 2022, when I first started finding Christ and trying to better my life, I was carrying all these things. All right, I was eating junk food every single day. I didn't have a good physique. I'm not saying I'm flipping George Platt or whoever his name is now, but I say that I'm in decent shape, right? But I didn't have a good physique. Uh, I didn't take care of my health. I just ate a bunch of crappy food. Drugs, alcohol, big part of my life. Lust, I was gooning 6, 7 times a day, crazy amounts. I couldn't get a like on Tinder, not even from Fat Girl. Like, it was wild. It was a bad point in my life. I was in a really bad part, and I had a lot of bad habits that were with me. I had a lot of hate in my heart because a lot of people didn't like me. They didn't see the value in me, and I didn't see the value in myself, and I would direct that hate towards others. You see what I mean? We're all carrying bad habits with us, and we need to get rid of those habits as quick as possible. And the way I would do it, because I know people start this journey and then they're 2, 3, 4 years in and they're still struggling with these sins. The way I would do it is like Jesus says in the Bible. I think, yeah, it is Jesus, um, where he talks about cutting off your eye. Obviously that's what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, you gotta be with me. I just woke up. Exaggeration, but I know that's not really the word, but it's a word. We'll use that. It's an exaggeration. Don't take it literally, but in this sense, you can cut off things that are holding you back from your walk with Christ. So, if drugs are holding you back, for example, you got to see where that trigger point is. All right. So, for me, my friends, they all did drugs. So, unfortunately, I couldn't hang out with them anymore. And if you want to take this walk with Christ seriously and you genuinely want to grow in these next 6 months and become a completely different person and become that man you want to become, you have to take all hardcore steps. So if it's lust, you gotta see where that's coming from. Is it from your phone? Alright, I'm not saying smash it, but maybe you should not have it in your house. Alright, maybe you should be deleting all these apps. TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever is causing you to do those things. If it's alcohol, get it out of the house. Don't hang around people who do it. Don't go out to the bars. Alright, if you have a lot of hate in your heart, you might have to do some gratitude journaling. You might have to um, go and pop on some audiobooks and think positively and just reflect with God. All right. So that's number one. That's number one. And number two is you need to find what you're actually meant to be doing. All right. Because you're not just here to coast. Okay. Because I genuinely thought that at one point, like, I was just here to live a miserable life. No, that's not. God didn't put you on earth for that. He didn't put anyone on earth for that. You are here with a mission. All right. He counted the hairs on your head. He has a plan for you. He's envisioned this plan for you, and you have a mission. So you need to find that mission. And for me, it took me a while, but you can definitely speed this up and have a rough estimate. I still don't know what my complete exact purpose is. I don't have 100% um, goal or roadmap to where it is. However, I do have a little bit of path, and I know that path illuminates as I walk on it, right? So for right now, my goal, my purpose is helping people grow in their walk with Christ. That's why I make these videos, etc. And I don't know where this will take me. I don't know in 5 to 10 years. Maybe I'll be the next Brian Tracy Jr. Maybe I'll be doing something completely else. Maybe I'll be an NHL GM at that time, because I do want to do that as well. But who the heck knows? But I know this is my path for right now. All right, and you won't know your path 100%, but you can certainly start taking steps. And the way I would do this is by praying for it, praying, God, asking God for your purpose, and then taking a deep dive. I have videos on this on my channel, but basically, be obedient to the Lord. Don't do this after you just choked your chicken 10,000 times, right? You need to be obedient. You need to be in His presence, whatever that is, church, prayer walks, meditation, whatever the case may be, and be present in that. And, just ask Him, journal about it, and over time, this should take like a week or 2 weeks, and think, like, what, if money wasn't an option, what would I want to be doing in my life? Like, what would I genuinely enjoy doing? Maybe it's fitness training. Maybe it's, I don't know, playing a certain sport. Now, obviously, I love hockey at the end of the day, but I know I'm not a hockey player. But I do have other skills, right? And you got to get crafty with this, because I know a lot of people want to play sports or do anything like that. But for me, and probably for you guys, it's not a viable option. All right, so get crafty with it. All right, I want to do something with hockey. Like, I want to be a hockey player. Let's be honest, I'm not going to play hockey D1 or in NHL, any of that. What can I do instead? I could maybe be a GM. I could maybe be a coach. I maybe could be someone who helps their players with their mental health. You got to get crafty with it. All right, and then as soon as you have a rough estimate, and things can change. All right, when I started this journey, I thought my YouTube channel is a perfect example. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I was making marketing videos, and I was making genuine or general self-improvement videos. Christ wasn't a focus at all. Okay, and things will change. It's okay to change. All right, everyone grows as a person, but when you have that rough estimate, and I recommend you take a week on it, you don't want to be wasting more than that, more time than you have to. Just go after it every single day. Make a plan. My goal is to help people grow help people grow in their walk with Christ on YouTube. So what do you think I have to do? Let's use some common sense here. We gotta upload videos. All right, we gotta get on the high horse, make a bunch of reels, make a bunch of YouTube videos, get the product out there. All right, if you want to start a business, what do you think you have to do? Probably your steps are gonna start designing the business and start trying to get clients. Okay, if you want to be a copywriter, what are your steps? Start outreaching the people. Okay, use common sense and get after it every single day. All right, you don't have to waste your time. Like, if I'm a YouTuber, right, I don't have to waste my time replying to comments. I don't have to waste my time making a website. I don't have to waste my time perfecting my YouTube bio, my banner, all this stuff. Like, yeah, it's nice. Yeah, I need it optimized at the end of the day. But right now, who gives a flip? Who gives a flip? I need to make videos. No one knows who the hell I am. All right, I don't know what your guys' niche is, or what your purpose is for that matter. If you need help with that, my Instagram is chris.flanagan_. Let's hop on a quick call. But I don't know what your thing is, so I can't help you. But just use some common knowledge and think about it this way, because we overthink things as men. Like, when it comes to us, like our own selves, like, we overthink it incredibly. But imagine you're giving your advice to a friend. Say my friend wanted to be a construction worker. All right, that was his purpose at the end of the day. He was going to go out and be a carpenter. And he's like, hey, Chris, I need help. I want to be a carpenter. I don't know where to start. Know what I would tell him? 1, sign up for a trade school. Or number 2, apply for a union, take the class, and get in as a carpenter. All right, that's what I would tell him to do. Okay, use common sense. All right, it's not that difficult. So now you have cut off all the bad things, and yes, you'll still struggle with them, but it's better than normal. And now you have your purpose. And then next up is just taking care of yourself, man. Having some common health or common, like, good habits, all right, good hygiene, all right, prayer every single day. You should be doing it at morning and night. I've said this a bunch. I'll continue to say it. Reading your Bible. I would read, I genuinely start with the Gospels, but because we're, like, doing this, I would start with Psalms to praise the Lord, obviously. Just give thanks to Jesus, because at the end of the day, nothing's possible without him. And then Proverbs, all right, because that gives you a great, um, access to wisdom. It's the best book in the Bible, in my opinion. So Proverbs and Psalms for this journey, that's what I would be reading every single day. And, going to church every single weekend. And then just taking care of myself, starting to eat clean, starting to go to the gym or get active, all right? I know some people don't like the gym. All right, start taking walks. Start boxing. Do some push-ups in your room if you can't afford a gym membership. Go on runs. Get active. Play that sport you always wanted to try. Pickleball, tennis, golf, hockey, whatever the case may be. Basketball, go shoot hoops with your boys. But you should be getting active 30 minutes a day, especially if you're a young man watching this video. I know we have some older people in this crowd now, but if you're a young man, dude, you got to get active. You got to get your body right, because this crap, that your body is your machine, all right? And you need to give proper fuel, good nutrition, all right, because you need to be firing in all cylinders, all right? I don't know about you, because at the end goal, everyone's end goal is to have a beautiful feminine wife, right? And we'll talk about that in other videos. But if I was a beautiful feminine wife, or feminine girl, yo, you want to date me? No, I'm joking, but if I was a beautiful feminine girl, and I saw this guy, and he had all the money in the world, and he had his purpose and everything like that, but he didn't take care of himself. Maybe he didn't brush his teeth. Maybe he didn't pray a lot, go to church, or he was out of shape, overweight, ate pizza every single day. Like, yeah, he could have the money. That's nice, but a lot of people can't get money. Money is an easy attainable thing, and in today's day and age, I would probably stay away from him. It's just not a good look. All right, so now you've cut out all bad habits. You know your purpose. You're taking care of your body. And in 6 months' time, guys, if you genuinely did this, if you cut out your bad habits, the things that are holding you back, you're focusing on your purpose, and you are taking care of your health and the things around you, and you're continue to learn knowledge, read the Bible every single day, build that relationship, take action in your walk with Christ. So as you read the Bible more, and you can watch my formula video after this to give you a rough, or give you the formula to how I'm growing in my walk with Christ. But basically, reading the Bible, getting that knowledge and applying it into my life. If you do all that, dude, you are going to be a completely different person. All right, genuinely, just think about it. Think about it in the long-term game. Think about if you did all those things for 6 months, how different would you be? You probably have a six-pack if you're in, like, decent shape, or you'd be a lot skinnier, a lot more toned, right? Your business, you might have 1 to 2 or 3, 4 clients, or whatever the case may be. You might be on a new, completely different path. And then your walk with Christ, man, those sins aren't holding you back. You feel full. You feel full spiritually, that is. Your flesh isn't as strong, and you have a better relationship with Christ, and you're just becoming the man you want to become. But yeah, guys, that's all I got. If you want one-on-one help, because I also recommend mentors, trainers. Like I said, this journey took me 3 years. It could have took me 6 months. If I had trainers and mentor, I didn't have the money at the time, and I want to make this journey as easy as possible. That's why I make these videos, to share my mistakes and things like that, and to give you knowledge. But also, where was I going with that? Sorry, I just got a text message because my birthday's coming up, and my dad just booked my birthday trip. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to do that amazing thing with him. But yeah, where the hell was I going with that? Oh yeah, so I didn't have a mentor growing up, and it would have took me 6 months to a year if I did. And if you're looking for a mentor, number one, go to church. Ask to take someone out at church for coffee or something like that. Or number two, my Instagram is chris.flanagan_. Let's hop on a call. Let's get your relationship with Christ right. Let's grow it, and let's have you become a deadly warrior, man. Let's do it. That's all I got for you in today's video, guys. I hope you genuinely enjoyed. I'm praying for each and every single one of you. And yeah,